Thank you for tuning into the Tangi Report. I wanted to update you about an official extradition update for um, the foes of Shanquella Robinson. This is great news. Previously, some YouTubers were putting that the extradition was in place when in fact it wasn't. So I had refused to report on it because um, I didn't want to put misinformation out there. Um, it's already a tragedy in itself. So for those of us who are reporting on behalf of Shanquella, there has to be a high level of respect, in my opinion. And there were two particular YouTubers that were reporting the extradition was in place when it was not. So it is now official, according to Yahoo News and some other media outlets, that the Mexican authorities have issued an arrest warrant for an American woman suspected of killing 25-year-old Shanquella of Charlotte, North Carolina. What's interesting is they're not saying her name. So we know that there were multiple American women in the room when Shanquella was murdered. Um, but they're just saying an American woman. I would like to see a name out there because Winter, Dejanay, and the other young lady are not going to assume it's them, right? Who's going to assume that it's them and turn themselves in? They need to state the name. That may come a little later. But the prosecutors in the state of Baja California, last Thursday did not publicly name the suspect, according to the Associated Press, but did share that they have, in fact, been in contact with the diplomats and Mexican federal prosecutors to return her to Mexico. Her being the person they're looking for, that they've refused to name, which is totally strange to me. At some point, they're going to have to say the name. I did learn in doing some research that even if Mexican authorities decided not to proceed with the extradition and prosecution, that the American FBI could have made that decision. But I think that they're going to naturally want to put it in the hands of the Mexican authorities, as this did happen in Mexico. But if Mexican authorities did not move forward, the FBI could have covered it based on an attorney that I was listening to. So this is good news. This is perfect. I just wish they released the name. Things are just so peculiar with this case, but Mexico has to do something because Americans are going to be concerned that if a tragic event did happen in their travels to Mexico, is Mexico going to look out for them? No one wants to be in a foreign country with their friends or family and a tragedy happens and they have no legal recourse. Mexico did this all wrong anyway. Once a body was confirmed as deceased or even harmed, those individuals should not have been allowed to leave Mexico. So Mexico has to clean this up because what's going to happen is it's going to affect their this tourist location, and in the long run, it's going to affect the ability for them to receive the money they've been receiving um, by American tourists. Just in case you didn't know, there is a GoFundMe page set up for Shanquella, and she has been laid to rest. Keep her in your prayers. Keep justice in your prayers, because this, as I have said before, was a totally senseless crime. So let's keep the faith. Let's stick together, people. Let's stick together and continue to stand for Shanquella and let it be known that we deserve justice too.